Let's get into BoxWorks 2022. I spent half my day yesterday in the morning in Austin at the analyst event, and I always appreciate how much time CEO Aaron Levy will give to it. He's very conversational. He's easy to get to know. Of course, I had to first thank him on his upgrade that he got that sent his stock up about 8%. But I really just saw that not as a, oh, what a surprise. It was more like, well, it's about time people see the value of Box, because as a company, it keeps moving along. And for those of you, I'm sure all of you have used Box in some way, shape, or form, but essentially they're the masters at content management, securing it, getting signatures on it. But in the past few years, Daniel, like you and I have talked about with these SaaS offerings, everybody is finding the need to build some kind of a suite out of it, okay? And the highlight of this event and the analyst was how they are doing in some of these areas. So first off, Box a few months ago had pre-announced that it was doing what's called Box Notes, which is exactly what you can imagine. Their take is really about simplicity and the ability, oh, and by the way, getting it for free rolled in to a more of a Box content. Notes is exactly what you would expect. The other thing that is coming beta in November is what's called Box Canvas. And many of these SaaS companies are, and I think, you even talked about Salesforce adding it, is a collaborative environment where teams can work and put content in. Consider it Figma for everybody else, not for the designers, but for the marketing people, for the sales people, for the finance people, where they can work on something at the same time, and it's called Canvas. And the final thing that they talked about at their show was more information on what's called content insights, which will be available this month. But essentially, it's with anybody who has a content solution, you can get basic type of stuff, information on who accessed it and when did they access it and what time. This gives insights into anything that you would want. I mean, about demographics, how long that they looked at the content. And I wouldn't call this is not an external marketing tool. I think it's more of an internal tool to know who internally at the company is viewing your content. I wrote a Forbes article a couple months ago about when they first introduced these, and I have a draft of an article completed talking about further information on all of these announcements.
Yeah, so good update there, Pat. This is one we'll keep pretty brief on my end. I wasn't able to attend BoxWorks, but I have been following your commentary, and we do follow the company at a high level. Obviously, content collaboration and management of enterprise content is critical, and this is what Box has been trying to solve for a long time. Question marks I have about Box, and I'll continue to have about Box, is: are they a feature that's a company now that needs to be part of a suite, or are they really in a position to run on their own? I think Aaron Levy's done a great job. I think long term, the company obviously has built a strong reputation. It's been a sort of constant target of potential takeovers, and I think that's because it has a lot of really great assets and capabilities that could be embedded inside of a bigger software suite. But they're also continuing to build and expand. To your point, they're building a more collaborative environment. They're building greater intelligence. They're building tools. But I think in an era of how we work shifting so rapidly, the Microsoft Teams, the Slacks, these are going to be the places where something like Box is going to be utilized at the highest clip. So I still to this day kind of wonder if a Box Salesforce deal could be in the future. But I need to check out all the announcements, Pat, see where it's going. But good overview. And
Boy, I got to tell you, that would be a great
wouldn't it?
combination.
Wouldn't it?
Yeah.
I know. I love it. I've been using that as my favorite. When Business Insider calls us every 6 weeks to write that article again, the 15 hottest and most likely M&As in SaaS, just Box already. But you know what? At the same time, like they're doing good things. Believe that they have something, and sometimes being under someone else's.
Box has a whiteboard. Box has whiteboarding too. I mean, it's just it's kind of perfect. I did ask Aaron about messaging, and he did say we're very happy integrating Slack and Teams and whoever else needs to be there. But I love that, Daniel. I get a big smile on my face. It's so smart.